bàbá tó bí ọlọ́mọ Ìsẹ́yìn orò ọmọ ẹbẹ̀ dímọ̀ ọkọ mi bí bẹ́ẹ̀ ní ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ bàbá tó bí ọlọ́mọ ọmọ asẹ́ tí mú mi tó dára nínú ilé bàbá ẹ̀yìn gangan ni ìlú Ẹ̀yọ́ kìkì ẹ̀gàn kìkì àpọ́nlé o níbi ojú tí ń bú ni tó jẹnu lọ bèrè kó tó wọ̀ ọ́ ni wọ́n ń jẹ́ níbi ewé ń gbé jẹ́ àríyèkẹ́ tó pópó ń jẹ́ bẹ̀lẹ̀ wo tí kì ó kó ń jẹ́ olúwọ̀nran ibẹ̀ náà làgbàdo òòjọ́ tí ń jẹ́ tọ̀ pa bọ́dí.
Iseyin is a city located in the Nigerian state of Oyo. The name emanated from palm kernel processing. It is approximately 1 kilometers north of Ibadan. The city was estimated to have a population of 302,990 according to a United Nations 2011 estimate and has a total landmass of 1,419 square kilometers. Iseyin is centrally located and accessible via road networks from Ibadan, Oyo, Abeokuta, and Ogbomoso. There are expanses of land which can be used for industrial, agricultural, and institutional purposes in and around the city. The primary industry of Iseyin is cotton-based textiles, and Iseyin is reputed as a home of Aso-Ofi or Aso-Oke, a popular traditional fabric on special occasions by the Yorubas, usually for coronation, chieftaincy, wedding engagements, festivals, naming ceremonies, and other important events. Iseyin is the fourth largest city in Oyo State, after Ibadan, Ogbomoso, and Oyo Town. The title of the monarch of Iseyin is Iseyin of Iseyin. Although there are many versions of Iseyin history, here is one commonly adopted by majority of historians of the land. The emergence of Iseyin was not arbitrary. However, its geographical endowment was an attractive feast to the earliest farmers and settlers, being a frequent forest land harboring both mild, thereby promising to agriculturists and game hunters to thrive upon. Iseyin land is surrounded by 4 hills, which has deep-rooted link with history. History has it that Ebedi already has its roots in the land before the arrival of other settlers. Abahodo Iseyin with his people were the first set of settlers to exploit the earlier bewildered forest, now called Iseyin, after Ebedi. He was of an ordinary hunter, no royal or chieftaincy extraction. He migrated from Ile-Ife for hunting purpose, so he could not have established himself as the owner of the land and probably Oba, but he built for himself and his people a camp based in Ikpokun, where they rest and reside after daily work. The base was later relocated to Igbo-Odofin. Aba belongs to Boro Creed. Ipale, another valiant hunter, later joined Aba and led his own people to settle at another part of the forest to continue their work. Like Aba, he had no link to royal hegemony, and he was also of Boro Creed. It is noteworthy that no name had been given to the forest at this time when these hunters were moving in. Okiesha and Jagunlado in order migrated in to settle as hunters. They together with their people settled at different portions of the land. Jagun had its base at Igbo-Iwoye in present Ilado area. They were not different from the previous hunters in mission, origin, and creed. Aba took it upon himself to convince the other hunters to visit Ebedi in submission. Only Ipale and Jagun were convinced to visit Ebedi. Okiesa considered such invitation disdainful and refused to toe the path of his colleague. When Ebedi got wind of this, he was not hesitant to place an eternal ban on Okiesa and his descendant being a chief or community head in history of Iseyin. And since then, no Iseyin has dared to appoint anybody as Baale in Okesha community till today. All the other 3 hunters were appointed the heads of respective communities. Their titles are Aba Odo Iseyin in Domoba community, Ipale in Ekunle community, Jagun Ilado community. Ipale was also given the right to apportion land to strangers who wish to settle in Iseyin. Among the land beneficiaries were Baale Koso and his people, Onikosa and his people, Baale Ladogon and his people, and many others. Ebedi was of Shango creed, Shango the god of thunder. But for the humility of the 3 hunters who submitted to him, who were of Oro extraction, he approved Oro Oracle as the official oracle with which Iseyin was created, and decided to honor it by celebrating it yearly. And this was the beginning of yearly Oro festival in Iseyin, and depicted in one of such pageantry, Iseyin Oro or Ebedi. In addition, he endorsed sacrifice to Oro as part of rite necessary to make any Iseyin. Then, after when Ebedi had settled down at Ekunle as a valiant and responsible leader, he deemed it necessary to provide security for his subjects against external aggression and intrusion rampant there. So he set out to Dahomey, now Benin Republic, to seek powers to ward off insurgents and enslavement from this newly established town, Christine Iseyin. The assignment took Ebedi a very long length of time, which his people construed to mean that he had been besetted with a calamity beyond his control, so made his return impossible. And a community without a leader is on the brink of disorder. They decided to appoint an Oba. They chose Ebedi's brother Umbulu as the first Iseyin of Iseyin land. The event turned dramatic at the time Ogbolu installation ceremony was at its peak. Ebedi resurfaced with an army of supporters, including sophisticated security experts and servants, both male and females. Not too far at the outskirts, Ebedi caught wind of drums, beats, and tones signifying a grand celebration in the town. Ebedi ordered his entourage to stop a beat. He sighted a pregnant woman plucking leaves nearby. He approached her and elicited from her what was happening in town. Ebedi was sad and disappointed with the development. With courage and a great sense of patriotism, he sent all his security outfits he brought from Dahomey and their usage through the woman to his sibling, the new Oba. He informed the woman to instruct Ogbolu that he could no more enter the town to avert anarchism or possible breakdown. Consequently, Ebedi transformed into a high hill now known as Ebedi Hill. Thus, it has been in tradition that all installed Iseyin must make sacrifice to Ebedi Hill yearly. His entourage followed the same footsteps. Ogba, one of his charm experts, transformed to a river called Odo Ogba and channeled through the length and breadth of Iseyin land. His chief servant, Oluofi, Eyinjue, and Atamofo also transformed into high hills at different locations on the outskirts of the town, making Iseyin to be surrounded by 4 historical hills. Others in the entourage who transformed into rivers are Igbobi, Atori, and Ajimoda. Ogidi, Adabo, Isheri, and Okutapama also transformed into some other things out of disappointment and inability to go back to Dahomey. This made Ebedi a very popular hero and most mentioned name in the history of Iseyin, and that Ebedi is a substitute to Iseyin as the name of the town.